Hello and welcome to the EUSL. I'm RadicalRex, joined in the booth today by Snackob.
Hello.
Today, Gabobba isn't streaming. He should be streaming, or if not, he'll be streaming very shortly. You said it too quickly, Bugbearer. You said what I was about to say. 2 streams live today. Gabobba is going to be streaming 2 of the entry Pro Division games. I've got 3 here tonight with Snackob. First up, Snus HC versus Bully Boys. Meanwhile, it'll be Brunk HC versus Heretics on Gabobba's channel. This game, I think, is going to be an interesting one. I think we were just saying before this stream started, I mean, I think you sort of agreed with me, right, that Snus HC, in terms of talent, easily have the talent to win against most teams.
Yeah, absolutely. When you look at their roster, there's some really good players in there. Aloe, as you were saying, one of the best players in Snapshot 1.
Yeah, and so, I mean, I think at this point it's kind of up to them if they're going to win or not, because from what I've heard, they don't scrim at all. And blimey, somebody just put 35,000 points on Bully Boys winning. And I mean, honestly, I think I'd back that. I think I'd have to go with Bully Boys winning here, because Bully Boys, very solid team, good players all round, and they scrim. And I think scrimming is so much more important than talent at the end of the day. And it's absolutely, that's what's going to make the difference. And Snus HC just have not been able to scrim. I mean, like I said, talking to Bubblz not long ago, it was they had played 1 scrim at the start of the season, and that was it. So yeah, I think be interested to see how, well, if that's changed at all. And even more surprising, no Mr. Bro tonight, which is a bit of a blow for the Snus HC lineup. Probably one of their best players. You're already up, and we should get started any second.
Yeah, as I was saying earlier, Mr. Bow, he's top of saves per period. He has a really good high save participation percent. So you got to think the Bully Boys have got to be looking at that and thinking they can try and shoot more this game.
Yeah, I mean, I think when you have I don't want to be mean to Snus, but pretty much every season it's Mr. Bro that has been carrying them, and the man is just unbelievable at shot stopping, and so not having him here today. Oh, I think I set the teams wrong. Yeah, I set Bully Boys to Heretics, so they're in the wrong colour for now. Whoops. I'll make sure to set that in this period. Wait, in fact, there is something wrong with the mod because it set both the teams wrong. No, there's something wrong with me. I set the wrong game. Whoops. So we have the wrong kits for this first game, which is a shame, but it's Snus HC versus Bully Boys, not Heretics versus Brunk HC. Apologies for that. Anyway, back to David to start here, launching up for Dimmy. Foo's picking up behind net. Back to Oception. Now, I think this lineup for Bully Boys has played every game, right? I don't think they've changed their lineup. Or maybe I'm wrong. I can't remember if they've...
It looks like you're quite wrong there. Looking at the stats, it's about 15 periods per player across all 6 players.
Okay, well I'm completely wrong. Absolutely missed the mark. I'm not gonna lie. For the life of me, I can't remember a single other player on this team. Bully Boys have Clara and Man with No Mouth. The 12's forgetting. Yeah, so that was a good start for me. Yeah, but certainly more stability in the lineup. I don't think Isaac has played it. I think Isaac maybe has played 1 game so far from memory, or maybe none at all. I can't quite remember, but they have played every single game with Mr. Browen, so not much stability in the lineup here for Snus HC, which is not a great start for them. And Dimmy, there we go, opens the scoring.
Bully Boys.
There we go.
Got another.
Dimmy, I was playing in a pug with him earlier, and Dimmy's one of those players that you just don't expect it from him. He's just really good. I don't know. He's not at all flashy with the way he plays. Very sort of basic, or basic looking playstyle, but he just makes it work. And he makes it work there with a early goal against... I'm forgetting the teams because I forgot to set the teams wrong. Against Snus.
Yeah, you're not going to see Dimmy going around half the team and scoring, but give him a chance to goal and he'll probably score it. Yeah,
he's got good positioning, good sense for where to be, and he just seems to always get in the right place, right time. And like you say, top scorer for the team, shows that he's consistently managed to get himself into those goal scoring opportunities and has executed. And I think there's a lot of value in that, especially when you compare it to a team like Snus that, like we said, all the talent in the world, very flashy players, but, well, players who used to be very flashy. I'm afraid we have yet to see much from this Snus side this season. Scowen under pressure, playing it out. Isaac chasing it. It's Extos there, rushing out of net to clear it away. Very rotational sort of defensive effort so far, but it seems to be Extos taking the lead as goalkeeper. Bouncing back now to Isaac. Dimmy battling for it. Wins it there, plays around the board, but Scowen's on the other end. And honestly, I'm surprised Snus has done as well as they have so far. I'm surprised it's 1-0. I thought this would be a bit of a mess for Snus without Mr. Bro, but so far they've kept themselves just about alive. Oception now pressuring. Can you find Dimmy? Waiting for the shot. Takes it now. Finds Foos on the rebound. Bouncing it back for David. Around the board now for Foos again. Bouncing it off the board. Extos plays that away. And Dimmy picks up in midfield. Launching a shot. Good stop there. Extos gets behind it. Back to David. Now Oception. He couldn't quite find anything in the middle. Back to Dimmy. David again. Bubblz is shutting that down nicely, but it's straight back to Dimmy.
A lot of players just going back and forth right now. Bully Boys have had a bit of possession, but it's not when no team's really been able to get a good grip on the game.
No, not at all. I mean, Bully Boys certainly closer to it, but... And a long shot there by David. No one in net. Puck bounced back to David. He saw the gap. It was Extos there who plays it back. And Extos... David there, sorry, puts it up in the air. Under the post. And this is the issue you have when you have sort of a rotational goalkeeper. Like no clear goalkeeper. You end up with little gaps where there's no one sitting in net, and David capitalises there.
Yeah, you've got to feel that goal probably doesn't go in if they're playing Mr. Boeing.
No, 100%. That's an easy save. Automatic save for Mr. Bro. Just a reminder to everyone, there is another game live right now. Brunk HC versus Heretics. It's live on Bubblz channel. I'll put a link in chat for it. Let me just find a link for it, and then I can put a link in chat for it. That will end the first period. I'm going to change the kits before we get started with the next period.
Mostly Bully Boys, but again, they've not completely controlled the game. There's been chances for Snus as well, but
yeah, definitely
nothing so clear cut.
Right, here we go. SHC alt, and then our name. God, you'd have thought, given how long I've been streaming EUSL games, I would have remembered stuff like this. But apparently not. There we go. Should be fixed now. We should now have the colours for... There we go. That's what we wanted in the first place. Snus HC in yellow. Bully Boys in red. I do apologise for the... Thankfully, the Heretics and Snus colours were pretty similar, but I do apologise for the little mistake there. Need an assistant. That's what I need. Bubblz back to Isaac. Foos puts that in the middle for David. He tries to bounce up for Foos. Been very messy play so far for Bully Boys, but like you said, they've made it work. Just. Foos takes it in midfield, loses it straight away. Isaac. I don't know. Looking at this Snus team, I don't know about you, but they do just look like a team that haven't scrimmed as Bubblz there misses a nice opportunity.
Don't really look like they know where they're meant to be a lot of the time. It's just kind of...
Yeah. Foos takes it from Isaac there easily, but Bubblz breaks it up. Sorry, Extos, I think it was, who lost the puck. Bubblz clears it away. And Foos there took it off Bubblz' attempt at clearance.
You've got to expect him to be scoring, or at least getting it on target from that distance, really. But
yeah. Still 2-0 ahead, and as I say 2-0 ahead... Another mistake there. Both of these teams really making a lot of mistakes. David well pushed up. And that's what happens if you push up that aggressively. Stuff like that is bound to go in. Very difficult to stop it happening. It's just a lack of structure from Bully Boys there. And it's 2-1 now. Snus HC keeping themselves alive as Xtos does a good job clearing that away. Xtos has made some nice saves, to be fair to him, but you can kind of tell he gets a bit antsy sitting back. He wants to go up and try and score some goals. Mr. Bro obviously very happy to sit back in net. Bubblz. Clearing away. Oception takes it. Good stop by Bubblz.
Most of the time, Reese gets the puck at the back. They can't really do anything with it. It's normally just goes straight back into a Bully Boys player.
Yeah, and I think if you look at the way they're playing, there's not much structure to how they're defending. And as I say that, the same mistake twice for Bully Boys has cost them. Again, David caught way too far up, and to be fair to him, to Isaac, that time it wasn't just a chance that went in. That was a calculated shot, it looked like, from Isaac, and it found the back of the net. Well played by Isaac just to see the back of the net there and make the shot, and almost as soon as I say it, David answers straight back. And again,
third goal straight into an open net.
Yeah, and again, it's mistakes killing both of these teams. I mean, like, Snus, like I said, I sort of expected them to be a little bit messy just because I know they haven't scrimmed. Bully Boys, I really expect them to be a little bit tidier than this. Nice pass in by Foos. As I say that, that's the first time that Bully Boys have looked quite organised in their attack. Foos finding Dimmy over the net, but Dimmy couldn't find a way past Xtos, who, like I said, to be fair to him, when he's in net, has done a nice job filling in here. Here's Xtos. Out into the middle, Foos. Bouncing up for Oception. Now back to David. Oception looks for Dimmy. And all of a sudden, the last minute, Bully Boys looking much more organised in the attack than they have for the rest of the game. Possessing the puck possessing the puck for a decent amount of time there. Dimmy launches a shot. Only just wide to the left. Here's David. David again. A quick update on the score if you are watching here. Bronk HC have just gone 8-0 up against Heretics. I think that was probably the expected result, but they've done it quickly. Looks like Mercy Rule potentially on the cards. And a long shot there, bouncing off the post. Bully Boys nearly lost the lead again, and again it was a wide open net that was shot at. David around to Oception. Oception up to Foos. Foos, a little bit of a questionable pass. Nearly into the back of his own net. And Scowan there. Puck bouncing round behind the net. David tries to play it away. Bubblz, good pressure. Scowan heads up play to get in the back.
David's once again been caught out of his goal for the third time this game.
It seems that pretty much, well, all three of the goals from... Oh, what a move by Oception. The goals coming fast and furious now. Xtos tries to clear it away, but Dimmy gets straight on it. Lovely pass to Oception. He does a brilliant finish there. Good job just sneaking it round. Here's Dimmy. 4-3 up now for Bully Boys in the second period. Cleared away, bouncing back to David. David again. Bubblz wins it there, but Foos, good stop. Still got a cough. It's not going away. Exitals and Isaac combining defensively. Looked a little bit lost there, but they just managed to stop it. David catches that clearance. Here's an opportunity for Dimmy. And Scowan stops it that time, and another opportunity for Dimmy there. Nobody cleared it away. That will end the second period there. So I just need to message Gabubba something, because he hasn't set up the logos. We're ready up here, and we should get started for the third period. 4-3 lead for Bully Boys. Neither team has looked particularly on the sort of sharp here, but Bully Boys
Yeah,
just
it's
edging
certainly
a
been a
lead.
close game.
Yeah, and I think, to be honest, for both these teams, I'd say it's close for all the wrong reasons. It's mistakes that have really sort of dominated the game.
Yeah, I got them. Most of these goals are just silly mistakes by the players that.
Yeah.
The snooze might be coming from the lack of scrims, as you were saying, and Bully Boys. Well, we've seen they're playing all their players at different times, and it might help them to just sort of have
Yeah.
a more set out team who can get that chemistry together.
No, definitely. I think if they stuck to a lineup, it would definitely benefit here, because right now like I don't know, like you say, they're not quite looking as sharp as you would expect for a team that. I mean, in some games, they've looked really good, so, I don't know. If they could get some chemistry with one lineup, I'm sure they could do really well. Isaac playing across for Scowen. Nice pass and a nice finish. Quick start to the third period by SHC. Isaac there caught it well on a pass intended for Dimmy. Launched up for Scowen. Scowen controls on his head. Gets on the end of his stick and makes it 4-4. SHC keeping themselves alive.
Yeah, Snooze have looked pretty unorganised at times, but we have seen flashes like that of what they can do.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that's what's so frustrating about watching them, is that if they could scrim, they could be a really, really good team. Scowen trying to bounce it up for Bubblz, ends up with interception. He puts it to Foos, looked into the middle for Dimmy, couldn't quite make it stick. Up for Scowen again. Scowen, Bubblz there. Trying to score with their forehand. Back to Extos. David just about stopping that. Bubblz reached in to grab it. Scowen again. Now Extos back to David. David up for Dimmy. Much methodical here in the third period by both teams, to be fair to them. The passing sort of slowed down a bit, but it's a much more precise. But we're still getting the same mistakes. David keeps on wandering very far up the pitch, and I worry for Bully Boys that it will cost them. 4-4 in a game which... Oh, a long shot there from Dimmy, not successful. 4-4 in a game which, I mean, I think... I certainly would have thought would have been an easy game for Bully Boys. Scowen to Bubblz. Bubblz looks in the middle, but there's no one there for it particularly.
The lack of communication a couple of times I've seen from Bully Boys was there. Neither Foos or reception really called for that park, and ended up with it just going to Snooze.
Yeah. And I mean, both teams are doing it. It just feels like there's a... Oh, nice opportunity for Isaac to find Bubblz there, and he couldn't quite make it work. Bubblz gets it, but much too late to make anything of it. Tracked down by a defender. Here's Scowen. Can he maybe find a way in the middle? Dimmy on the counter-attack, launching a shot, and Dimmy there sneaks it in. And it's just another one of those situations where you can't help but think if Mr. Bro had been in there, probably would have gone differently.
Nothing to take away from Dimmy, though. It was a good shot and well played to get around Exitos as well.
Yeah, 100%. Dimmy caught the puck on the counter-attack and didn't hesitate, went straight for the open space and used it well. Exitos pushed up, tried to shut it out, but it's just Bubblz left back in net to make the save, and he couldn't get on it. 5-4. Only 2 minutes left. Snus HC have their work cut out. They've not looked particularly organised yet this game. When the goals have come, it's, well, for the most part, been off sort of mistakes and stuff. Haven't produced much of themselves. And Dimmy there. Another opportunity. That time a brilliant save by Isaac. Really, really nice save. Dimmy again in front of net, and that time Isaac tried his best to clear that out. Dimmy takes the shot.
All four Snooze players coming in trying to get away from that, and it's just caused a mix-up with too many of them in there.
And I think it's something you see a lot, to be honest, is that teams try and do the four-man defending, and they if anything, it makes it more difficult to defend. I think you can tell a lot if a team are able to defend with 2 players or 3 players and keep one player up for like ready for a counter-attack. Not only does it mean that if they do get the ball, they can transition to attacking much quicker. As Dimmy, nail in the coffin, surely. Nice move to win the puck off of Bubblz. And Extos, no chance there.
Bully Boys have swept away with it a lot more this period than they have in the previous ones. And it's more what you expected, really, from a team that has played together a lot more than Snus.
This is sort of what I expected from the whole game. And Bully Boys' slow start. Maybe Snus-inspired performance, perhaps. But give them a little bit of time, and Bully Boys eventually have got up to speed and really just taken control of this game from this point on. And Snus HC just don't really look like they have much in the bag to answer. Puck here in front of the net. Isaac needs to clear it out, and Dimmy gets it first. And
well, I think that's an own goal there. I think Dimmy's tried to put it into a reception. It's gone off Scowen.
I mean, yeah, I guess technically an own goal, but if Scowen hadn't put it in, then it would have been Bubblz. Oception was right there for it. Not much Scowen could have done there. Foos launching another shot, and the only person near the net was Dimmy. Absolute pandemonium for this Snus HC side there.
Snus are just charging forward now, trying to get those goals, but 4 goals in 15 seconds, I don't think it's happening.
Yeah, I think Gromatos put 20k points on Bully Boys and was proved right. And I mean, like I said, it's what I expected from the start, and Bully Boys didn't make it easy, to be fair. I don't think the score reflects how close this game has been, to be honest.
No, I don't think the score makes it seem like a great Bully Boys performance, but it's not. They were really quite unorganised at times. But
yeah, I think if anything, the takeaway for Bully Boys is that they need to put some scrims in, because I think they should have had an easier time winning that. But Bully Boys take the win. Unfortunately, I forgot to run the match data passer, so we don't have post-game stats for this one. So I guess we go to the pre-game screen for the next one. And there we go. Bully Boys take the win. Played well in the 3rd period. I think they can do better, though. I've seen this Bully Boys play much better in other games. And I think if they can get some... Well, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they weren't able to scrim as much. Who knows what it was, but a win is a win. I'm going to go to the pre-game screen. Next up, Underdogs take on Monkey Monsters. It's going to be a tough night for Underdogs after playing Monkey Monsters here. They're then on to Brunk HC, who just mercy ruled Heretics in the 1st period. So that would be a difficult night for them, but I'll see you guys in 8 minutes' time with that game, and I'll see you then.